Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Miguel back again with another video, and today the device that I have is the Redmi Pad SE. And the reason why this is interesting is because this is a bit of a, you can call it a budget tablet, and this still has some very good features and it still packs kind of a punch in some areas. So if you are in the market looking for a tablet that will do the everyday job, or if you want to use this for watching movies, Netflix, or just give it to your kid in the house, this is a very good option. And this kind of competes, it doesn't compete, I'm not gonna lie, but if you are looking to buy an iPad, I think that you should consider buying this, especially if you are in the market looking to buy an iPad Air. This is a very good option and an alternative. And I'm not gonna lie here, this is not gonna probably give you the same level of performance when it comes to the benchmarks, but I don't think that's what we're looking at. Tablets are not really meant to be hardcore performers, so it's not really a big issue in my opinion. So let's take a look at this first of all. The specs that we have here are 4 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage. This does come with 8 gigs of RAM as an option, but unfortunately today we have the 4 gig variant right now, and this does only come out of the box with 128 gigs of internal storage. Unfortunately, there is no other option, but this does have the option of a micro SD card, so you can expand the storage if you need to. If you look at some of the specs on the box as well, we can see that it has quad speakers with Dolby Atmos, and these are stereo speakers, so that's a good thing. It has a long-lasting battery, which I'll discuss in a little bit, and it also comes with the 6nm Snapdragon processor, and last but not least, we also have a 90 hertz display, which is full HD. The purple that we have is the Lavender Purple color, which sounds very interesting, and I want to see if this is the same color that we get on the iPad Air purple color edition. So let's go ahead and see that. But first, let me also take a look at what we have in the box. Not much, because this only comes with a 10-watt charger, and this also comes with the USB-A to USB-C cable. On this side, we have some of the paperwork, and we also have the SIM ejector pin, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else in the box. So taking a look at the actual tablet, this is the Lavender Purple color, which I really like, and this kind of reminds me of the purple iPhone 12, and it also reminds me of the iPad Air, the purple color edition, because it's a very similar looking color. And I have to say that even the design is very iPad-y, and Redmi actually did an effort. You can see that there is an effort to mimic this and make it look like an iPad, because it really does a good job at that. If you look at the design, it is a squared off design, so it has flat edges, which I really like. This is an 11-inch tablet. We have the power button here on top. We also have the volume rockers on this side. We have, I believe, what is a speaker, a microphone, and we also have the micro SD slot. So this will not provide you with any sort of connectivity. You cannot add a SIM in this, so that's unfortunate. If you are in the market looking for something that can double up as a device that you can use the internet with, unfortunately that's not possible. But you can actually add a micro SD card if you want to. We also have a 3.5mm audio jack, which is good to see. If you want to watch movies, I think that comes in handy. And you also get the USB-C port here. And apart from that, you do get speakers on both ends. So these are 2 speakers on the bottom and then 2 speakers on the top. And you can see here that it says Dolby Atmos. So this is integrated with Dolby Atmos, and the speakers are stereo speakers. So it will provide you a good sound. Now, one of the better features about the Redmi Pad SE is the display, but not every aspect of the display is actually good. So this comes with an 11-inch LCD display, so that's where you can now start to see where they skimmed, because this is a budget tablet, so you're not going to get the high-end stuff that we've seen on other tablets, but at the price point, I don't think that we have the right to complain about the display quality. So this is an IPS LCD display. It is 11 inches, it is full HD with a resolution of 1200 by 1920, and another thing that I kind of didn't like or was a little bit disappointed to see was the brightness. So this only comes with 400 nits of brightness, which is pretty low in today's standards. I think we should be getting at least 1000 nits of brightness. Just for the sake of an argument, the latest Apple Watch Ultra 2 comes with 3000 nits of brightness. So just compare that to this. I know there's no comparison, but I just wanted to mention that we have devices that are so small that now have 3000 nits of brightness, and an 11-inch display that barely has 500 nits of brightness, not even 500, so 400 is what it peaks at. This does have a 90 hertz display, so that's one of the better aspects of the display, but the colors are really not that good. I don't like the colors at all. In my opinion, these are pretty bad. I mean, I know that it is a budget tablet, but still I have to mention it and I have to provide my honest feedback. Now, if we talk performance, this comes with the Snapdragon 680G chip. This is a 4G chip. It's based on a 6nm platform. And I have to say that this chip is a little bit old. So this was introduced in early 2021. So it is a bit of an older chip, but I think that it really fits this tablet. Again, looking at the price, there's nothing to complain about. And when we did an Antutu benchmark test, this gave us 275,000 points. And I know that sounds a little bit low, but you have to consider that this is the 4 gig variant. If we had the 8 gig variant, I would assume that we will get at least 300,000 points, which is something that we've seen on other tablets as well. So this is perfectly fine for everyday use. I mean, it's not slow by any means. And again, looking at the price, I think that it is a perfect match. If you want to watch movies, browse YouTube, give this to your kid for their school projects, or just have this as an everyday workhorse where you can check your emails and make presentations. I don't know if that's something that people do on tablets, but you get my point that this can be used as a work tablet if you wanted to. Again, this is not gonna give you a hardcore performance like something out of an iPad or Samsung, but still, looking at the price, I think you probably should consider this if you want to buy something that's cheap. And I'll mention the price in a little bit as well. This also does come with Android 13 pre-installed, so that's good to see. So you get all the features from Android 13. And if we talk about the battery, that's one of the better parts about this tablet. This comes with a massive 8000 milliampere battery. And the reason why that's good is because I've seen bigger tablets that come with less of a battery. So nowadays, cell phones, a 6-inch device will have a 5000 milliampere battery, and I've seen bigger tablets that come with 7000 milliamperes of battery. So I think 8000 is where nowadays tablets should start, or have at least 8000 milliamperes of battery. This gladly does, but the big disadvantage of having a big battery is that this only supports 10 watts of wired charging. So I mean, not really fast charging in my opinion. And if you want to charge an 8000 milliampere battery with a 10-watt charger, is really going to take you a long time. So that's one of the disadvantages, but nevertheless, an 8000 milliampere battery will ensure that it lasts you all day without having to worry about the battery draining out. All right, so if we talk about the cameras, now I should mention that I'm not going to encourage anyone to use an 11-inch tablet to take photos. Nevertheless, they still have a camera. I've made this argument before that I don't agree with the fact that tablets should come with a camera, especially if it's just going to be a subpar camera. Tablets don't have good cameras. Even iPads don't have really good cameras, and part of that is because it's such a big display that it really spreads the image, and it's really pixelated for the most part. Nevertheless, you can take documents and pictures, and if you want to just use this to take a picture of anything. I mean, I don't know I really don't know the purpose of this. This is not good for social media if you want to take pictures. Nevertheless, it does have an 8-megapixel camera here on the back. It's a single camera, and on the front we also have a selfie camera. The front camera I kind of understand, because you can use this if you want to have a Zoom call or a Zoom meeting. So I understand that perspective. Considering the fact that a lot of cameras don't have 1080p resolution, the MacBook just came with a 1080p camera, I think last year or the year before that. So this has a 5-megapixel camera on the front, and it will record at 1080p resolution and 30 FPS. Same thing with the back camera. It will also record in 1080p resolution at 30 FPS. Unfortunately, there is no 4K recording, and I did not expect it to either. Last but not least, let's talk about the pricing and who this tablet is for. If we look at the pricing, this comes at around the 200 euro mark. So if we convert that to dollars, that's around $210. If we convert that to dirhams, that's around the 750 to 800 dirham mark, which again, as I mentioned before, that's very reasonably priced for what you are getting. But yeah, if you can get past the subpar camera and the slightly disappointing display, I think this is a very good tablet for everyday use. If you want to give it to your kids, if you want to binge and watch Netflix or YouTube, or just use this to check your emails and just have this as an everyday tablet, it's a pretty decent device. Yeah, let me know what you think about this, and let me know whether you would consider buying this or would you consider buying something else from Redmi, because Xiaomi has a lot of other tablets that are better than this. They're also highly priced, but let me know what you guys think. Would you consider buying something like this, or would you still want to buy and spend the extra money and go ahead and buy an iPad Air? I know that they don't compete, but I just want to know your thoughts. So let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.